हेलो एंड वेलकम फ्रेंड्स तो ज्ञान गंगा क्लासेस। और आज हम लेकर के आए हैं क्लास 6 सोशल साइंस में सिविक्स का चैप्टर नंबर 3 व्हाट इज़ गवर्नमेंट। और इसमें हम बात करेंगे गवर्नमेंट के डिफरेंट टाइप्स, डिफरेंट लेवल्स एंड ऑल अबाउट इट्स फंक्शंस एंड नीड। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। व्हाट वी विल कवर ऑल अबाउट व्हाट इज़ गवर्नमेंट, और फिर उसकी नीड क्या, वाई डू वी नीड गवर्नमेंट, देन द डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट दैट आर देयर. We will also learn about the law and the government, the different types of government, the monarch and democracy, voting for women. तो ये सारी चीज़ें जानने के लिए make sure you watch the video till the end. Do not skip it in between and make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get update with each time I come up with new videos about the curriculum. So if you like this video, मेक श्योर हिट द लाइक बटन एंड शेयर इट विद योर फ्रेंड्स। चलिए शुरू करते हैं विद द गवर्नमेंट। आखिरकार गवर्नमेंट है क्या? इट इज़ अ सिस्टम ऑफ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु गवर्न ऑर्गेनाइज्ड कम्युनिटी और अ स्टेट। गवर्नमेंट क्या? इट इज़ अ सिस्टम और अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, या फिर सिस्टम, या फिर उसको कह सकते हैं ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हैं जो कि क्या करते हैं, गवर्न करते हैं किसको? Organized community or state or country, something like that. That is a government. A government is needed for every country to make decisions and get things done. Every country, every state need a government to make decisions and get you the things, the functions properly done in an order. They are the ones who give the decisions about where to build roads, where to build schools, how to reduce the price of vegetables when they are too expensive. Means they sort out the general problems of a public, of a person in general. Ways to increase the supply of electricity, they think about the ways to provide better treatments. They take actions on social issues. So these all are the functions that a government is doing for their state, for their province, for their country. The government is also in charge of protecting the boundaries of the country. Government also protect the boundaries of the country by maintaining the peace with relations with the other countries, by preparing and governing the army sections and so many things that they control. A government is needed for every country to make decisions and get things done in the right way. At the time of any calamity, it is in charge of organizing aid and assistance for the affected people. And the times of calamity or natural disasters, government is the one who just organize the aid and quick relief and also give the assistance to the affected people. So these all are the jobs that are done by a government body. Then why there is a need for government? गवर्नमेंट क्या होती है समझ गए, गवर्नमेंट के क्या क्या फंक्शंस होते हैं ये जान गए, बट ज़रूरत क्या है गवर्नमेंट होने की? व्हेन पीपल लिव एंड वर्क टुगेदर, देयर नीड्स टू बी समवन और सम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू टेक द डिसीजंस सो दैट दे आर डन unbiased way. So that way, that thing, that organization need is the need for government. That gives the way to form a government. There are needs to be some rules that apply to everyone. The territory of a country could be protected and resources to be controlled, to make them regulated in a good way and to be used, to be surveyed and to be used for the best of the people. So that needs to be done. Like the country should be protected, the resources should be controlled, they should be regulated for the better use for the people, for the development of the people of the country. That all things that need to be done are the requirements. That why we need a government. Government exercise its power and make decisions, also implement the decision among the people living in the territory. Government has the power to make decisions and also implement it on the people. Okay, now let us learn about the different levels of government. गवर्नमेंट क्या होती है तो जान गए, बट क्या एक ही गवर्नमेंट होती है जो हर जगह अप्लाई होती है? नहीं, इसके अलग अलग लेवल्स होते हैं. देयर आर 3 डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. फर्स्ट, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द बेसिक लेवल, दैट इज़ द लोकल लेवल. इट इज़ द लोकल लेवल, दैट इट मीन्स village or town or city, something like that. That is the local level government. Then there is the level of state. State, like in India, we have so many states. So the state of Uttar Pradesh or Andhra Pradesh or Rajasthan have different state level governments. Local level उससे भी छोटा था. Then there is a state level government. Then the national or the central level government. That regulates the entire country. Okay, so we have the chart of the level of government right now. So you can see the 3 levels of government are these. Now the laws and government. अब government क्या करती है? Government makes laws that everyone living in the country has to follow. We have some laws that we have to follow because we live under the Indian government here. So different countries have different kind of laws that their citizens has to follow. It cannot only make the decision but enforce it as well. Government क्या है? Government just not has to power to just make a decision, but it has also the power to enforce it on the people. So that is what law is, something that we have to abide by, and the law is made by government. So let us say an example of a normal rule that we have. Ki everyone having a motor vehicle or driving a motor vehicle is required to have a license. And any person caught driving a vehicle without the license would be either jailed or fined a charge or money. So this is a rule, this is a traffic rule, or you can say this is a traffic law. So that's in the same way government has some laws regarding how one has to behave or how one has to just give respect to others and many things. There are many relatable, right to education or right to peace, right to talk. So many laws are there. So that's how, if it is not just abide by, we do not follow that rule, then we might be get punished for that by the government bodies. And in the same way, if there is something that you find as people are not taking the particular law are not following anything that is given by government, then you can also take steps and go ahead to the government to make them to give them, to ask them to attend to that situation. For example, if a person feels that they are not hired for a job because of their religion or caste or the language they speak, so he or she can approach the court, it is a government body, to claim that the law that the government has already made is not being followed. The government then can just give the orders about what should be done next. So that's how the government works. It works in the both ways. If the government find it something that you are not following, they will ask you, they will punish you, they will give some following orders. And if you find someone that they are not doing something correct, that is, they are not following the particular law, you can just complain about it in the government body called court, and then that will just get into the action and will find out the reason and give the orders that what should be done next. I hope you are getting clear on this. और अगर समझ आ रहा है तो मेक श्योर आप हमारे प्लीज़ इस वीडियो को लाइक करके अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी शेयर करें ताकि उन्हें भी कुछ ये सीखने को मिले. So now let us learn about the types of governments. We are learning 2 types of government, monarch and democracy. चलिए पहले देखते हैं the democracy. Government or a system to maintain law and order in a state or country which is made by the people, of the people, from the people. डेमोक्रेसी क्या है? डेमोक्रेसी भी एक टाइप ऑफ क्या है? गवर्नमेंट है. तो डेमोक्रेसी इज़ अ गवर्नमेंट और सिस्टम टू मेंटेन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर. किसके लिए है? टू मेंटेन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इन अ स्टेट और अ कंट्री. इट इज़ मेड ऑफ पीपल, बाय द पीपल, फ्रॉम द पीपल. इसको पीपल ही बनाते हैं. इसमें हम लोग के कोई रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स होते हैं, तो देयर आर पीपल इन द गवर्नमेंट एंड इट इज़ मेड फॉर द पीपल. ओके. In a democracy, the government has to give explanations to its actions and defend its decisions to the people. Democracy में क्या है? Democracy का next feature है कि that the government has to give explanations of its action. उसने ऐसा किया तो किया क्यों किया, and defend its decisions किसको, to the people, because it is a government of the people. So in a democracy is always responsible for its task, for its actions, and has to give the explanation to the people to state their actions as right or wrong. While in the monarch is the system of rulers who rule their kingdom as per heredity. Monarch was a system of rulers. They are just, it's going from father to son and again, and in the same generation they are just leading and ruling the country, the state that they are the rulers of. In a monarch type of government, the monarch, that is king or queen, has the power to make decision and run the government. They are not responsible to give any explanation to the public. They may discuss it with a group of people that they are making the decision, they have given the decision power, but the final decision making power is residing with the king or queen, the monarch. Unlike democracy, king has queen has no need to explain or defend their action or the decision that they make to the public, while government has to be responsible for that, has to be accountable to the people. Now, who gives this power to government to rule? Who chooses that this government has to rule? In a democracy, people give the government this power by doing elections, in which people vote for the particular person and elect them. Government को कौन power देता? In the democracy government, the government is given power by the people, because by doing the elections, people do elections and choose or vote for a particular person and elect them as their representative to form the government. These elected people form government. India is a democracy. So the main feature of democracy is that the people have the power to elect their leaders. So it can be called as the rule by the people. Democratic government is a rule by the people, because the power of choosing the leader, of choosing the or electing the someone as the representative reside in the people hand. The basic idea is that people rule themselves by participating in making these rules. Basic idea behind democratic government is that people rule themselves by participating. वो लोग एक participate करते हैं, election करते हैं, so that why they have participate and make the rules for themselves. Democratic government are also usually referred to as representative democracies. Democracy government को हम लोगों ने क्या कहते हैं? It is a rule by the people, and democratic government is also known as representative democracies, because people do not participate directly, but they choose a representative through the election process. That's why democratic government is known as representative democracies. These representatives meet and make decisions for the entire population. But do you know, earlier times voting was just resided to some prime members of the community, not for the whole. So not just in India but in all over the world, it was the condition that all over Europe, USA, women and the poor have had to fight for the participation in the government. They were not having the right to vote. They struggled to vote strengthened during the First World War, because at that time men were mostly involved in the war. So for the rest work to be done, for the regulation of the normal being of the countries, women were asked to come out and to do the job that were offered to their men. So that was the time that the people rethink why they had to create so much unfair stereotypes about women when they are capable of being so good at different kind of jobs. So that was the time when people rethink of the law and just re-innovated due to the struggles, people also struggle for, they give strikes for this right to vote and everything, and the government also agreed and just passed the rule to make the voting necessary for everyone, either than their caste, their gender, or their color of skin and everything. So with this we come to an end to our class, our chapter, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.